That's what you just said.
Vague specifics, I love it.
Oh, here we go.
Alright, we are it. Let me go to the twitter.com and let them know that we are live.
Me too. Me too.
I made twitter.com post. I'm good at Twitter. God, I felt so bad. So I don't know if people care if people stream and won't talk about this. During that initial tweet, so I tweeted it at first and then I spelled something wrong or forgot some detail. So I deleted the old tweet and I tweeted again, and that's the one Nyaru commented on. And then I realized, oh yeah, I didn't put the date, you know, the important part of this. So I took it down and put it back up again. And that time I got called out for it twice. And I was just like, oh no, my shame.
Harsh.
And they know that I am not skilled at tweeting. Oh, how I hate it. Hot mic. Oh, who's got the hot mic? Oh, it's probably just take your time.
That'd be you, Hal, I think.
Oh. Maybe I need to put it close to my face. Hi, Vel. How's it going?
I love you, Val.
Yeah.
Vel.
I love you.
Vel, caught love. All right, let's just go. I'm gonna actually go to the game screen. Hello. Can you tell
Val, I
me?
love you too. I see you. I see you, Val.
Yeah.
Hi.
Welcome, everyone.
I'm gonna post your emotes in chat, Vel. Are you ready for it? You know which one I'm
Do I
gonna
have a
post.
Val sub?
Fuck your wreck, nerd. All right. I mean, Vel, you knew as soon as I said I'm gonna post in chat. You know what emote I was doing.
It's the only one, right? It's the one that you want to post out of Alex emotes.
All four emotes are good. This is the objective best one, 100%. I could take a blind survey. I could go, excuse me, stranger on street. I don't know if you know this, Cot, but which of these 5 emotes do you think is the best? And they're just gonna like mash the whole the button that says dump truck. All right. But yeah, we're just so right now what we are doing is we're kind of chilling for a bit. If you noticed, one thing, we are wearing glasses. That's just for funs. The other thing is currently Yoro is suffering from a debilitating sickness-induced headache. So she's in sock puppet form for now, with us in spirit. She told me to, and I quote here. I'm gonna actually pull up the message she sent me about what to do. See, say Aria too busy fucking FBASDJK semicolon. That is specifically the request.
Oh no, I've accidentally closed my OBS Ninja.
I'm sorry. I'm
sorry.
I'm sorry. My mother is a whore, but you know what? She a good whore.
She is.
Right. So we see Oxide. I see Shady. I see Leo. Hello.
Oxide. Leo.
All right. Let me know if Carmine, if I need to like give you if you have a different code.
Is it a? I'll post it again. I think it might be the same one, but I don't know.
Oh, you're back.
Sorry. I'm back.
You're back.
Yep.
That is convenient.
For some reason,
I'm so sorry.
You have like a slightly green outline now, but it's not the worst.
Your mom is convenient.
Now it's on double duty. Okay.
Yeah, I had to go on double. I had to make up for Yoro.
Yeah, I'm gonna real quick. How's everyone doing tonight, though? By the way, how be things?
Yeah, good.
I'm doing very good. A little tired.
3 hours sleep.
Oh.
I'm a little tired. I just got back from taking my dog to 2 different dog parks and traveled an hour to go see the Shining Hotel. That was pretty fun. Not as exciting as I thought it was going to be, honestly, but it was still pretty fun to still look at. I couldn't go inside it though. You have to make a reservation to go in there, which sucks.
You're just kind of like creeping around outside, just like, ooh, yes, looking the doors and whatnot.
Yeah, but that would look sketch because of my looks, sadly.
Velik is gonna be grinding at high rank. I wish you the best of luck with that.
Good luck, Vel. Good luck.
Yeah. All right.
I gotta
nice.
say, this is a rad setup.
Oh, this is.
Mhm.
Oh, yes. Also, all of the character portraits were provided by our talented artist Yoro as well.
Yoro.
I specifically, I was because like she posted like the thing is like getting fan art for a game you run. It's just like it is the best thing as a DM. So as soon as she did those, she's like, I have to put those in. I have to put those in.
Yeah,
So
they're
good.
great.
They're so good. All right, so probably. All right, so before we start, let's go ahead and introduce everybody. I will go ahead. So first off, here is the links to everybody. I would recommend you follow all of their various channels. And go ahead and do some introductions. We'll do left to right. We'll start with Nyaru.
Okay. Hold on. I'm not as energetic as I am today. I'm very tired, but hear me out, okay? Alright, everyone, ready, set, Tiger, Fiber, Cyber, Diver, Fire, Viper, Nyaru. Hello, everyone. My name is Nyaru. I'm the field idol turned VTuber, and it's nice to meet you. And I am here to play my second official D&D session, and I'm very excited because whenever Mother Aria is not here, Katsumi tends to go a little gremlin. So I'm very excited because Mama won't be watching, and I get to basically do whatever the fuck I want. But then she'll probably scold me later for a couple of things. So it's whatever. Let's go.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm excited to be here and excited to see everyone. Nice to see everyone, and let's have fun today. Yay!
Yeah. Also, Vel noticed that I did indeed include 2 redeems for if you kind folks wish to help the people in the party for 2,500 points, you can give an extra D10 to a roll, or for 5,000 points, you can just give an extra success.
Can we redeem that?
Yeah. Can we redeem these?
Yeah. I will encourage all the fucking engagement. That's fine.
I have
Go for it.
1.7k. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Oh
yes.
Okay.
Oh, Mario, that's a good question. I should clarify because I actually got a lot of messages from this, including from Corpse. I am running Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. We're just using the colloquial D&D as just like we're rolling some dice and we're playing role-playing games.
Yeah, tabletop role-playing games.
But I understand the confusion. I had some people they changed some of the stat names, and there is a skill called Persuasion. So Charisma, Persuasion line up to D&D 5th edition, and some people are like, what kind of nightmare mashup homebrew are you running? I'm like, no. This is a published game. I did not make any of this up other than the story and fudging the system very intensely. But yes, if you wish to acquire a copy of that, you can get it wherever good books are sold, or wherever the fuck you want, really. They're not giving me money. Get the fucking book, however you... I don't know.
Probably.
White Wolf.
Honestly, if you look up like a VTM D&D book, you can just find a free PDF of it.
Yeah.
But White Wolf, if you give me $100, I will tell you piracy is bad. All right, next up is... All right. Myself, I'll be checking my PayPal later today. So hello everybody. My name is Halbernacht. I am playing I am the GM, the guy who is running this session tonight. Normally I am well known for painting rats and other various Warhammer figures, but it turns out I am a multidisciplinary tabletop game nerd. So I'm going to be GMing tonight. So yeah.
Yay!
All right, Carmine.
So. I am Carmine Phlegathon. I am a powerful cursed being. I stream on Twitch, which I think I changed from YouTube to Twitch over the course of since our last session, and I've been playing a lot of Kingdom Hearts recently, but I do a variety of content. So,
Yeah. I was watching you slap the shit out of Captain Hook last night. It was great.
It was.
How are you enjoying the switch to Twitch, Carmine?
It's a very nice. It's very interesting and also very, very alien to me in a lot of ways still. But it's been fun. I felt very welcomed.
You adapted quick, my dude. Honestly, you've been doing good.
Well, I watched a lot of Twitch VTubers because a lot of VTubers were on Twitch, so I was like, I'll just copy all of them. Fine.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hey, if it works.
If it works, it works. Oh, yeah, we
Yeah,
see-
if it works, it works. Shit.
There's Tatsuri in the crowd. Hello, hello.
Tatsu, I love you.
Hello.
Mwah.
Hello.
All right, and Mao.
Mao, I am More Doog, but you can call me Mao. I am a magic dog from Australia. I play video games. I talk about magic. I sing songs and I write blog posts.
Yeah.
And you can check that out on Twitter, so go follow me.
You also make Iron Mouse very sad.
Also, yeah. Also make Iron Mouse very sad. That was fun.
That was fantastic. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So without further ado, we will beginning. Oh, also Gunter Maxwell, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. You came in right on time. All right, let us start. Let us start. All right. So the way we're going to set the scene up today is last time we started in Pete's bar. Oh, we have a corpse. Oh, corpse. What up?
Oh,
Hey!
I am blessed that you've.
Now I'm actually nervous.
Yeah.
Yes. Exceedingly.
Yeah. Also, Headless, thank you for gifting Ray
Thank you.
a sub. Welcome to the workshop patron
Thank
club
you.
thing. All right. So what we're gonna do now is, so yeah, like I said, last time we started at the beginning in Pete's suite slash the Moonlight Flow, but this time we're gonna Moonflow Club. Yes. We're gonna start in Rex's haven today. So Rex, you have awoken from your vampiric slumber, and so first of all, just to get the first roll out of the way, go ahead and give me a rouse check to see how hungry you are.
Hungry.
Rouse check. So how do we do a rouse check?
If you go on your sheet, and then I believe it's at the very bottom of character sheet. If not, it's at the there we go. There'll be a little D20.
Oh, I see
icon.
it.
Yeah.
A one.
All right. So that means
Ooh.
oh, that's a success. That's good. So basically, that
Okay.
means you wake up from your slumber. You are pretty satiated, all things considered. And let's just go ahead and describe, because you have like a pretty tricked out haven, all things considered.
So Rex's haven appears to be a regular detective's office with a lot of bookshelves, actually. And if you were to look at those books, you probably think they've got some pretty strange titles, because he has a very large collection of books about supernatural, magic, and all those sort of things. He also has, hidden behind a painting, he has a stash of weapons and different armaments, which are all very useful.
Mhm.
And finally, he has, if you were to look very closely, you would notice lots of hidden magic warding around the doors and windows. It's very difficult to get into Rex's office if you're not invited. And if you do get in, then he knows about it.
Very good, very good.
Mm-hmm.
So I know Rex is still a detective. Do people typically come over to like still get cases solved, or is that sort of a thing that's kind of dropped off once you become a member of the Undead?
There is some, not as much as he'd like, which is why he's moving more towards trying to find some vampire clients. But he does occasionally get human clients in the evenings coming around. But he's a bit spooky these days for most of them.
Very good, very good. Well, it's going to be a strange coincidence that when you think that, 3 sharp knocks at your door.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Let's see if I can do the voice again. It's been a while.
Yeah. Drink the American juice.
Yeah, come in.
All right, so you let the person enter the door. All right, so we will do that. And there is a very fun figure looking back at you. Let me get his picture ready. A very stern-looking vampiric man, fairly tall, very gruff, very expressionless face.
Oh no!
Got some glasses. I feel bad Yoro has to miss out this, but you would recognize Victor. So Ricare, hello, and Strong Melly Friend, hello. So Victor, you've seen him around Pete's club occasionally. He's not like what you would call a fun-loving vampire by any means. Very business as usual. Mostly seems to be there for Aria, but the fact that he stopped by your den is strange.
Hmm.
I'm gonna become most roleplay and just cover my face entirely. So this is good.
So has Rex
You're
talked to Victor
becoming
before,
stepfather.
or just seen him around?
Probably very curt conversations with Victor before this. He's not, outside of Aria, I imagine he's not the very talkative type. So he will look around your office and just sort of. Do you have like a cling office? You imagine like this is kind of like the typical like messy, but it's like business messy. Like it's got like the
Yeah, business messy. He doesn't really care about tidying it up as long as he knows where everything is.
So he'll just look around and he'll sit down and ask, so you are the one that the collector was referring to? Good, this should make conversation easy then.
I see I've got a reputation.
You were
What
the
do you
one
need?
you were the one to inspect the princess remains, yes? Oh, I should introduce myself. I am Victor. He speaks in a German accent that I cannot hope to replicate, so just pretend it's a German accent. It's better for everyone else if I do it this way.
He's Victor.
It's Victor, yes. That's the best I can do. That's not stoic brooding boy with a heart of gold. That's like a German tourist who's really excited he found a fanny pack that fits.
That's 100% Victor.
Oh,
And since Yoro's not here to correct us, that's canon now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He wears a fanny pack.
Oh yeah. He might.
No,
have a
no,
fanny.
he would. No, he would wear a fanny pack. It is canon that he would wear one. I can confirm.
I mean, as you do know that
Fantastic.
he is a member of the Tremere clan, a vampiric clan of blood magicians. So the fact that he probably has some sort of fanny-based holding apparatus filled with ritual implements is probably not entirely out of left field. So
Alright,
So Victor will explain that basically that the Tremere he realizes that like the Tremere should have been there that night during the reveal of the prince's death, but they've been dealing with some internal affairs that are a bit more important. And you can pry into the maybe like sort of prime him, ask some questions to see if you can. You know he's not very talkative, so if you want to actually like drag information out of him, it's going to be kind of difficult.
I think I'm built kind of well for that, though. I suppose could I use, would it be investigation or persuasion to ask him a question about why they weren't there?
I would say persuasion, because this is more of a like actually asking him a thing.
Okay. So persuasion and manipulation or charisma, you reckon?
Ooh, you have, I'd say charisma. You have all your stats are identical in social, so it doesn't really matter.
That's true. It doesn't really matter. All right, so I'll just go.
This is the same Victor.
Snick created
Hey,
Victor.
Snake. Hey, Victor. So, why weren't the Tremere at the no modifiers?
What the fuck, man? Jesus Christ.
Is this going to be a repeat of last time?
Yes.
Perfect
Yeah.
rolls until we're in a life-threatening
rolled
situation.
5 dice and rolled 5 successes, you madman. What the hell?
He just accidentally drops his diary out in front of me, and it's got all the information there.
Yes.
Oh, I'm loving these rolls.
I see. Just wait till combat starts. You'll all be sorry. So Victor's like, yes, of course. It would be the Tremere. We've been dealing with an issue with our apprentices lately. They've been vanishing one by one, and we've been keeping this close to the Chantry affairs, of course. But oh my God. With the death of the prince, I wonder if they would be related. In addition to that, our private libraries have been raided. It's uncertain who would even know where to find them unless they were Tremere themselves, which is troubling. The reason I came here in particular is that we would like to also conduct an investigation on the death of the prince, but the Nosferatu consider our absence that night a slight and have denied us access to his affairs, his effects. I went to ask the collector, who I was told hosted the initial meeting, and she pointed me to you and your coterie in exchange for delivering a letter. Hope that maybe you would guide me to where I need to go.
Well, I suppose you've come to the right man.
Yes, tell me what was on the prince's? Did he have a body? What? I've been told nothing. Please tell me as much as you can.
So the prince was burned. He stood outside, watched the sunrise. All we had left were his clothes and a pen. Golden pen with a key in it. Anything else? Nothing else.
Oh, so it's that pen. I was part of the Tremere that helped ensorcel that pen to make it the locks not only physical but magical as well. There should be an equivalent journal with that. Did you see that on the body? Within the clothes?
Oh crap! Did we? I don't remember.
You know that you didn't. It was you thought it was weird that there wasn't anything there.
It was just a pen.
Yeah. No, Victor, it was just the pen. If there was a journal, well, someone took it.
Did the Nosferatu seem to mention anything about this missing journal as well? Or who found it? Who found the prince?
I don't recall who found the prince. I didn't write that down.
A little catch up. They didn't give you. They specifically didn't really go into specifics, but mentioned it was a gangrel with the power to fly. Like they were flying around the city and found the clothes and whatnot on the top of a building. Specifically, I wrote it somewhere. It was effectively
the tallest building
in
the city
at the time. Yes.
Yeah, you know those spooks. They never go into much detail.
Yeah, the
The
Chicago.
flying gangrel found him.
Perhaps we should look for this gangrel as well, though it's going to be difficult now. The gangrel of the city are calling together a gathering. Supposedly some members of the pack from outside of Chicago have come to claim the territory for their own, saying that the Primogen is weak. At the very least, that means they should all be together, more or less. I personally have a contact with the gangrel. I could point you in their direction if you wish to do the investigation. I'm afraid I'm not going to be much help. I'm much too busy finding what happened to our missing apprentices. And then he will give you he writes down, like, not particularly an address, but like something you know about a lot of the gangrel in the city is that they're typically members of the homeless population and also sort of like outdoorsmen. The city sort of grew around where their old hunting grounds used to be, so they've kind of gotten the most shafted out of all of the vampire clans in the city. So he gives you the location of a gangrel named Henry the Tramp and the general couple of alleyways where he haunts. And then in addition to this, he places on the table a very nice looking envelope with like the shittiest handwriting you've ever seen. It is beyond terrible. You can only assume based on what you know that this was written by someone heavily on drugs. But you can still somehow identify it as a invitation to a party. The Tremere Primogen said that she wished for you to go to the Malkavian Primogens party for the late prince in her stead. I don't know exactly why, but I did not particularly care to ask any questions.
Well, it wouldn't be the strangest thing that's happened in the last couple of nights, so I guess we're going.
Yes, we've heard about your dealings with the Sabbat. Or the beast of one, anyway. The longer that rot sits within our city, the more we vampires have to fear in these strange nights. Well, I should be going then. And then as he starts to kind of just like pick up and leave. If there's anything else you wish to say to him before he goes.
Yes, there is actually. I would like to ask him what books went missing from his library.
Ooh. Since you rolled so stupid high on your persuasion roll. Well, if you must know, they deal with spirits, particularly of their binding and summoning. I don't know if you're aware of this, Mr. Rex, but the spirits of the dead are quite real. And vampires with a certain inclination can bind them to their will.
I may be a little familiar with that.
Ooh, you might be a little bit familiar with that, actually.
Can I roll to see if I can ask him more information about that?
Oh, yeah, sure.
If that's relevant.
It'd be like an occult intelligence roll.
Occult intelligence. 5.
Oh.
What the fuck? That's a crit too. So that's 6 successes. Okay. No wait, no, that's 4, 5, 6, 7 successes. Okay.
It's gonna be one of those campaigns where we start out really fucking high in the beginning and then it just turns to trash later on.
Same every time. The early roll.
I can stop rolling after this.
What
Can't keep winning like this.
What kind of Crowleyan RNG bullshit are you doing behind the scenes now? Do you know like John, CEO of Roll20 Inc?
He's insulted the guy.
But
I got a perfect roll button.
You can't keep getting away with it. I hope not. If not, this campaign's gonna be like not challenging at all.
It's challenging the moment we get into a fight, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
So basically, what you know. I would actually say that this is in particular, that would, like, maybe even Victor doesn't even really know the relevance of some of this information. So the fact that you know the Sabbat seem to be entering the city, and the fact that books on spirit manipulation have been stolen. There is a vampire clan known as the La Sombra. They're effectively the Sabbat's version of the Ventrus, this sort of, like, leadership clan of the Sabbat. And they have a certain discipline called Oblivion, which involves the manipulation of shadows itself. And those who kind of partake that ability further, mixing it with ritual magic, can conjure the dead and bind spirits into people, vampires, objects. It's a very dangerous discipline. It eats away at the soul even more so than a typical... Like, being a vampire isn't good for humanity. Using Oblivion just slowly saps away any bit of, like, self you have left after too long. If someone has stolen this, it's a good chance the Sabbat are involved, and it's probably a La Sombra is doing something with this, because they're the only ones outside the Tremere who really have the skill set to fully utilize these kind of books.
Should I warn Victor that they're probably playing with some really dangerous shit?
You could. It's up to you. It is up to you. This is knowledge you can tell Victor doesn't seem to know. Like it's possible. Like the Sabbat haven't been a known element in Chicago at this point in time, so you're kind of on the forefront of like knowledge that they're messing around with things behind the scenes.
Hey, Victor, if you're not familiar with the La Sombra, then you should get your boys on it. They're playing with some dangerous forces there, and it looks like they've stolen some stuff that's going to be real helpful for them.
When you mentioned the La Sombra, his eyes go wide, and he's like, oh, of course. My God, I see. I must be going quick. And, like, he just kind of, like, uncharacteristic of him, because he's a very, like, I imagine he's a very precise, very collected man. He bolts. He's I gotta go now, this is bad. So he bolts, and maybe, like, 2 minutes later, you hear, like, he's running back, and he's like, before I go, how's Miss Yamamoto doing? I haven't gotten a chance to speak with her in so long.
Sorry, that's
It's
Aria, right? Yeah.
It's Aria.
Mm-hmm. I was like, hello?
Katsumi for a second there. I'm like, wait, what? No.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, she's she's going to swell.
That's.
She went fine last time, didn't she? Did she get hurt at all?
I don't think so. it's mostly that
you
you
were
got
outside for most of it.
Yeah, you got punched and Katsumi got defenestrated, but I think she was fine, all things considered. So he's like, "Oh, thank you. Please keep her safe. Tell him she fucked several dills. No, that would break his poor heart." I mean, I think he knows. I think he knows, but like,
He'd know.
he knows.
He knows.
He doesn't want to
No.
hear it, but he
Aria.
knows. All right.
He gets a little jelly, but he knows.
Yes. So at that point, he will run off to go back to the chantry. Ooh, haonk. Hello.
Hi.
How's it going, Raiders? You come just in time. We were playing Vampire. Yes.
Welcome.
Welcome.
We just watched Mal roll better than God, apparently. So that's fun. All right.
Dog is God.
Dog is God. Indeed. All right, so now we will. So you've gotten the envelope, and if you kind of look into it, there is it is a address to the manor of Orkul, the the Malkavian Primogen, indirectly sort of your grandsire by a couple of steps. And they're going to have a party for the late prince. And based on your knowledge of Malkavian parties, you kind of know at this point that most Malkavians in the city kind of struggle with some sort of substance abuse. So
It's gonna be wild.
Yeah, drugs are definitely good. If their drugs aren't involved, you might want to look into things. To be totally honest. But yes,
Should we bring a gift? Is it the sort of party you bring gifts to?
you can. It is the thing that's a little troubling is the fact that it is dated for tomorrow night. Like it is. They did not give you much prep time for this.
No.
You kind of get the feeling. I imagine it's been maybe about like a week or two since the incident from last session. So probably the collector waited to the last minute and then just kind of passed this off when it suited her.
God damn it.
She's like, I don't want to go to the Malkavian drug party. Oh, I know some people who would do it for me, maybe.
We have to.
We might as well. We might get some information.
Yes. All right. So imagine.
And there's some interesting people there at least.
Yes. So while you do that, I imagine probably start heading over to the club. Katsumi, what is your wake up routine? Also, give me a rouse check as well to see how hungry you are.
Oh man, I'm probably gonna rouse.
All right, your hunger goes up by 1.
Thanks, I hate it. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Oh man.
So I imagine you woke up, come to, because you don't have your own haven, but you, from what I understand, you live with Aria.
Yes, I do.
And Aria in particular had a gentleman over last night, but then they kind of left shortly afterwards. It's kind of like the thing where like mom brings home a boyfriend, you're like, oh, I still have kids. Let's go out. Well, bye. I left some blood on the skillet if you want.
Here's $20. Go get yourself some blood to drink.
Oh yeah. I don't know. $20 in 1920s money would be pretty sweet. This might still be like This might be like here's a nickel era.
Yeah, like here's a nickel. We can go, get something on the cheap.
Hey Katsumi, I got you a shiny silver dollar because you're my favorite gal.
But yes, so I guess I have like my own little room to myself, thanks to mom. And, I just wake up and I'm like, dang, hungry. First thing I do is just, probably open the door and I see there's a note and it says, and it has Aria's signature on it. So I go ahead and read it and it says, forgot you were here, so I took so I went out to do my quote unquote business. So I just roll my eyes. I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Nice.
Mom being a whore again, it's fine.
That's cool.
Time to defend for myself. But since Mom isn't here, I get to do whatever the fuck I want because she's not watching over me.
Yeah.
So I decide to first of all go see if I can scrounge around some money, and eventually I did, which is nice.
Yep.
And then how would I go? Can I just go straight into like feeding, or do I have to roll for feeding or anything like that?
Well, you do know you have some succulent tier 3 subs down at the club. If you're hungry.
Yeah, but Mom isn't here, so I get to do whatever the fuck I want.
Oh, you could, yeah.
It's gremlin mode. This is where Katsumi's gremlin really shows out. So I decided to be a little brat and scourge out some money and go find myself a nice, cute lady. Because if I did that in front of Mom, she would be like, no, honey. You're not ready for that. But no, I don't care. I don't fucking care. I get to do whatever the fuck I want. Mom ain't here. So yes, probably go down to back to the bar. I'll ignore my tier 3 subs, and I just try to scoundrel up any lady I can because I like girls.
This is really funny too, because like Aria has an aversion to feeding off of women, so this is an interesting dynamic. I will say before you fully head to the bar, there's going to be some stuff on the way, so we will address that.
Okay.
So first thing that happens, so you're just going down to the Moonflow Club. You're like, I'm feeling a bit of a craving for a different flavor than usual, and you open up the door, and gumballs roll into the street. As you look in, and you see, who all? Definitely Billy. Billy is there. If you remember Billy, the front doorman, the guy who mostly just sells candy legitimately. You see him, and then let me control F. You also see Ricardo, the other moonlighter from the previous session that kind of told you guys about the guy who was not paying back money, and some other guys. They are holding down a man who is struggling hard. The man is screaming, saying that the man, if you get a good look at him, he basically is like a guy in a cheap suit that doesn't fit right. And he's just like, you should have just gave me the protection money. You'll all be sorry. The boss is going to kill you all. And then Billy basically has got the man in a chokehold. He's like, I'm sorry, Mrs. Katsumi. You should have had to seen this. If you go down to the usual place, it'll be fine. Don't worry. Oh, could you tell the boss to come up too? He might want to talk to this guy. Also, at some point, Billy became like Kmart Forrest Gump, and I'm not going to fight it. So But yeah, they seem to have everything under control, but it is strange how much this man is able to fight like against all these other dudes.
They tried to extort from my business. This is fantastic.
Yeah, you do know that like besides like the reason there was gumballs is because there are some knocked over candy displays. You get the feeling that they weren't knocked away in the struggle. They were more knocked away. The guys like, it'd be a real shame if something that happened to all your candy knock over. And then now the guy's just in a headlock.
Okay. Oh god, how would Katsumi handle this? Because I feel like, well, Mom is here, so I get to handle this however the fuck I want. Oh shit.
Yeah, you could talk to the man directly. You can get. I imagine Pete at some point is going to wake up soon, whether you wake him up or not.
Okay, so I was going to be like, hey, what the fuck, man? Like, just get out of here! Get out of here! It's gonna be trouble. There's gonna be some trouble here, and I will fight you.
Ooh, there we go. Let's see a manipulation intimidate from you.
Okay.
And here's the roll.
Here's the roll. The spice. Ooh, there we go.
Ooh.
Very good, very good. So like, as you're doing that, like Billy has seen you get angry a couple of times, so he's like, "I have an idea," and just kind of slowly lowers the man's head to eye level with Katsumi. And then when you threaten him like you did, he's like, "I shouldn't be scared. She is very tiny. Why am I so scared? I think I'm gonna go." So like he like Billy just kind of, he doesn't gently set the man down. He just kind of lets go and he flops onto the ground like a sack of potatoes and just quickly scatters up like, "You'll be sorry. You'll be especially sorry, miss. I don't care." And like he goes to knock over another candy thing, but Billy's just like, and he just kind of like, and just runs out.
Man, that rage.
Thanks for helping.
That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah. Thanks for helping, Miss Winters.
No problem. Just let me know if it happens again, and I'll take care of it. If not, I'll be sure to get Pete on this. Alrighty?
Yes, of course. In the meantime, I gotta scoop up all these gumballs. I hate it when I see good candy go to waste.
I'll be happy to take those gumballs for you, though. Definitely can't let them go to waste. And wouldn't it be a shame to just give dirty candy to our nice customers?
Oh yeah, you can have the dirty gumballs if you want.
Thank you. Besides, I can't get sick from them anyways. And I get I get a whole bunch of free candy. Fuck yeah.
You got a bunch of specifically dirty gumballs.
Mama like that.
That's your payment for acting like an enforcer.
Handful of dirty gumballs.
Perfect. And I will.
This kid's great. I don't gotta pay her.
When I get home, back to my lair, I'll just wrap it up in a nice bow, leave it on my mom's bed, and be like, "This is your present for being a whore last night. Thank you. Thanks for abandoning me. XOXOXO."
So at this point, Pete, you will wake up. So go ahead and give me a rouse check as well to see how hungry you are.
All right.
Because you woke up. All right, so increase your hunger by 1. Apparently Rex is the only one who's like, he's got that like hard boiled lacquer. He's the only thing he's hungry for is justice.
Hungry for the truth.
And booze, but mostly truth.
Yeah. So Pete, you wake up to the sound of like breaking glass, stomping, yelling, and then a door slamming, and you're like, "Huh." It's not entirely unusual for people to shake down your club, but usually it hasn't happened lately. Especially like when you started out, you got shook down a lot more, and sometimes the people who try to shake you down, you kind of just folded into your gang. It's been a while though. So this is
interesting.
It's nostalgic in a weird way. Yeah. All right. So if you go upstairs, you will see Katsumi and Billy just picking up dirty gumballs and shoving it into Katsumi's purse.
This is not what I expected to see when I woke up today. What's going on?
Oh,
I didn't expect to see you looking like a mess.
Kiddo, I don't look like a mess. I look immaculate, eh?
Yeah, sure, whatever, buddy. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, boss. Some man came in and tried to extort us for money, so me and the boys put the beat down on him, and then Miss Winters went and scared the pants off of him, and he ran out in some sort of short man rage.
Hey, you did good, kiddo.
Thanks. Now, do I get a little bit of payment for this? I did take care of all the business, in fact. So
yeah, no,
that's a little bit.
Excellent point. Here's a nickel.
Oh hell yeah!
I flip her a nickel.
That's as much as your mom paid you.
Thank you. Finally, some recognition around here for all my hard work that I keep to protect this place.
Billy's like, I keep calling him. Billy's like, yeah. So the guy kept talking about how his like boss is the devil, and he's got He's like cloaked in a wrap of shadows, and he's going to bring pain to everyone who doesn't worship him. Or I don't know. He seemed like he was talking a lot of hooey to me.
Shadows, you say?
Yeah.
Hey, so I guess we're gonna pay him a little visit.
I mean, if we can find him again, he seemed to run pretty fast. Katsumi was real scary. Luckily,
She's terrifying.
if she didn't have such a nice singing voice, I'd be scared of her too. He's slowly moving from Forrest Gump and is becoming Eeyore. I'm also not going to fight this.
Eeyore.
And so I imagine at this point Rex will come in because like you have the invitation to the party, and you now see gumballs have been cleaned up. Some of your other more workerly men, Pete, are doing the sweeping up of the broken glass. It's like basically nothing ever happened except you just lost that nice jar of gumballs. They're now in Katsumi's purse.
Hey, good evening, all. We've got another job to do. We've been invited to a Malkavian party, and I trust you will understand what that means.
I hate Malkavians. Present company excluded, of course.
Nice save. All right. What's the Malk? Oh, you're talking about your private stuff. I'll go. You guys should go in the back. I'll clean up. Don't worry.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of just. Luckily, my boys are not too bright and also very loyal.
Billy is not the brightest, but most of them are loyal enough that if you drop a weird term, they're just gonna be like, "Boss is talking about some shit that we've been told not to pay attention to." So don't worry about it.
Yeah, gangsters would be used to dealing with things they don't ask questions about. So,
considering the last session ended with Carmine beating a man to death, and you're like, "Oh, boss be boss," whatever. Like they're.
Well, technically, I drained him to death and then had to pretend that I beat him to death by mutilating the corpse with my fists. But
yeah,
potato.
You spent enough points that your men are like loyal. I'm not gonna do that bullshit. Like there's some DMs that are like, "Oh, you bought some allies. It'd be a shame if they fucked you over every session." Like, no, don't, don't do that. You spent resources. You get good dudes. All right, so,
I'm grateful.
Yeah, so you guys are back in the in your secret meeting room as usual. The knife, I imagine, has been removed from the map, but there's still that little gash in it from last time. All right, so then Rex, I imagine, will re-spill the beans about the Malkavian party. And do you wish to mention anything about the La Sombra as well?
Does Rex know about what happened with the dude just now? So he actually know about the shadow stuff?
If Pete and Katsumi want to mention it, like,
yeah, we'll fill him in. I actually wanted to ask if maybe Rex had a way to find him, because there can't be that many guys that short in the city.
I like I just like kind of just got memed into being that man.
A short, crazy gangster who's really dumb because he's trying to put one over on an established gangster.
Really dumb. And then I would mention that the suit Halbernacht. No, I'm a tall boy. Shh. But you did also notice other details to kind of like kind of identify him. His suit was especially like, this is one of the people that like I'd imagine, Pete, you've seen people like this who are like, yeah, I want to be a gangster. And you're like, you're too unstable for organized crime. Maybe how about you just don't? How about you just leave? So someone took him in, and then also too, I've mentioned this a couple of. It's very strange that like a man of his stature was fighting off like several of your crew members at the same time. There's something's going on there. You don't quite know what though. But yeah, I imagine we'll just skip ahead and say that Rex, you now know everything about what happened with that dude, and then unless Rex wants to keep anything particularly secret from the coterie, say Katsumi and Pete also know sort of what has been going down with the Victor situation.
Yeah, no, I can't imagine I'd want to keep any of that secret. Not La Sombra stuff with shadow magic and apparently ghosts. I think we all need to be on the same page for that one.
Yeah, probably a safe bet. Probably a safe bet.
Could I do a streetwise check to see if I have any idea about who that dude was or who he might be working for? Like if there's new gangs popping up or something like that?
You could do a streetwise like that. It'll be difficult. However, if you do get a hold of your police contacts, you could probably get some extra bonuses to the rolls for that as well.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. So should I try and contact my police contact then?
Yeah, you can dial them up. I imagine at this point also Pete has acquired a new phone after Nibbles basically corroded the last one.
Yeah, we got
yeah. Does Pete have Streetwise as well? Because he might have some info we could dig up.
I have. No, I have nothing in Streetwise.
Oh.
I leave that to the boys. And also you.
Guess I better make a phone call while you guys take a look at the invitation.
Okay, no, it's all good. All right, now he's going to BRB. And then, all right, so yeah, if you want to, if you, the thing is, if you do call him from this address, if you call your contact from this address, they will know about Pete's club. So yeah, you have to be careful about how you get a hold of your dude.
What do you reckon, Pete? Should I make the call from here, or should we try without insider information?
Katsumi
Yeah, you can make the call.
Yeah, all right,
Make
there
the
we
call?
go.
All right.
All right. So let me see.
If you'll excuse me for 1 minute, I've got a phone call to make.
All right, so let me double check on your sheet. So go ahead and do, I would say, I'd say since this is like a quick lookup, let's do wits and streetwise, but you can also add your contact rating of 2 to that roll, so you effectively get an additional 2 dice.
So it's streetwise +2.
Yep. Since this is effectively like you're not doing like full on research. All right, you got 2. So you got 2. You got a crit! God damn it! Whoa! I don't mind this roll being a crit, but I'm just kind of amazed, like just genuinely amazed. I've never seen luck this good at Roll20. I've used this service for almost 10 years now. This is unprecedented.
This is the second crit of the session.
And the other crit was him.
Didn't I get? Oh, yep.
Virtually.
Yeah, 2 crits. Sorry, I was thinking the greens are crits, but it's not quite.
It's basically the crit system in Vampire 5th Edition's weird because it only counts every 2 10s, gives you 4 successes. So you effectively have 4 successes on this roll.
Yeah, and it goes green if there's 1 10, so you got to mouse over and check to see if there's 2.
It's kind of weird.
Okay.
It's just the way the Roll20 API works. So basically what you determine when you call your police friend, whose name I don't have immediately on me, the man goes by Flint Clifton. He is a very your Charlie in particular will say that this man is particularly small potatoes in like the criminal scene. A lot of just kind of general petty crimes, pretty much. This is someone who has struggled to be intimidating for a while, and he sort of just quit doing. He kind of just like didn't really go straight, but just kind of hasn't showed up on the police radar in a while. You do generally know the parts of. You do generally know the parts of the city he hangs out at, though, so that is totally an option.
I have returned.
Hello. To catch you up, Nyaru, Rex has dialed his police contact to kind of find out more about our mysterious manlet.
Ooh, good. I don't like him.
We have a bit of a lead.
Ooh.
So we've got a bit of time before the party, don't we? So.
Yep. So I'd imagine you basically have 2 ways you could sort of guide this session. I'm going to say the hunt for Flint would be an option. The other one would be to pursue the contact of the Gangrel that Victor provided you. Because the party is tomorrow, you're probably not going to have time to do both.
So
I will let you all weight your options.
I think that the chasing the Gangrel down would be a bit more pertinent at the moment, because if we get more information about the prince, then we can ask people at the party more useful stuff. But
Yeah.
if we chase down the potential La Sombra gang, then it may not have as much information that we could find out more about at the party. That's
Sounds
my
legit.
opinion.
I will say, thankfully for you guys at the moment, both of these don't particularly seem like if you choose one, the other is going to be locked off forever. It's just sort of which one you tackle first. So yeah, so that's an option. Carmine, Nyaru, what do you think?
I'm all for getting more info about the prince.
Me too.
Very good, very good. All right, we'll do that. So I don't have a address to give you right now, but I'd say you guys do know generally where Flint hangs out. You have a name as well. The lead on the potential La Sombra. You do now that you've been kind of given info on the La Sombra, everyone. You probably get the feeling that that guy wasn't a vampire, but he probably was a ghoul based on the physical strength he showed. So that seems to track based on your guys' knowledge of like how ghouls and vampires work. Which I'm not gonna make you roll for ghoul knowledge, because I imagine that's like kind of basic vampire knowledge at this point. You're like, give human vampire blood. If you don't drain them first, they just kind of get like vampire steroids. All right, so you have been Victor has given you a series of potential alleyways that this man hangs in, Henry the Tramp. And what I want from you all is we're going to do a roll to see, Kyle. It's let me see what stats do I want you guys to roll for this. I want one of you to actually make the roll, and we'll kind of add on to that. Let's say this would probably be another streetwise roll, because this is about navigating the city. Let's say streetwise and intelligence.
Streetwise and no modifiers.
Who else is trained in streetwise besides Rex?
Let me see for me real quick.
I'm definitely not.
Nope, I am not. I think Aria would have been like up there in streetwise.
Yeah. So you'll just
She
roll.
being a hoe right now.
Yeah. So you just roll streetwise and intelligence, and that'll just be at no bonuses.
It's fine. He'll crit.
Oh, almost.
A 9.
kidding.
A 9.
A 9.
Well, so 4 successes, pretty good. Pretty good. All right. So what happened? So the reason I had you roll wasn't just so. This also greatly minimizes the time it takes driving through the city. You guys all hop in Pete's Model T. You know, at this point in time, it's not a top of the class car, but it's a car, which is pretty rare.
And
So
it's my car.
And it's Pete's car. He doesn't owe any bills on it or nothing. The only thing he has to pay for is when it breaks down a lot, because Model T cars were kind of bad. All right, so you guys just kind of drive along the late night streets of Chicago, fairly busy. But the little section of town you're going into is just a little bit sleepier, kind of, at this time of the night, this is typically where the vagrants usually stay. And then as you're just looking through alleyway to alleyway to alleyway, you shine the front headlights into an alleyway, and you see a shape just kind of move, like just an outline of a man just kind of like holding something close to him and then just dropping it. You just hear just like a soft, like, probably what you guess is a small body just kind of falls over. And then you can hear like, "Can I help you?"
A small body? How small?
You'd have to go closer to investigate.
It's not manlet size, is it?
No, it's not man size.
Now that would be a twist.
Is that a freaking metric?
Yeah. 5 mannets equals 1 tall boy.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I know. When I go to Starbucks, I usually order 1 tall boy and the 3 manlets to go.
Venti manlet.
Manlet grande.
All right, so as the figure approaches you, the man has sort of the ragged, tattered clothes held together by just like sewed-on patches. Got an overall on. I'm going to say kind of a older. He's bald up top, big bushy beard, very rotund. You kind of get this like kindly grandpa vibe from him. If it wasn't for like this like cold, dead hunter eyes as he looks up on all of you.
Is there anybody else around? Can we talk about vampire stuff in the open here? I don't want to make that same mistake again.
There's a dark alleyway behind him.
I guess I yell out to him then. Hey, you're Henry, right?
Henry the Tramp's my name, you know it. Oh, I think I know. Yeah, I can smell it on you. Come on, let's go in the alley.
Oh, good. This is gonna be easy. Make it a bit easier this time, then.
You can smell the vampire on you. You guys do know. So for everyone who's not super familiar with Gangrel, they're more like feral, animalistic vampires. They're kind of similar in many ways to the Bruja, where the Bruja are more just kind of like physical vampires. Like I said, the Gangrel are more animalistic, kind of more loners. So, at least at this point in time in Chicago, they're sort of the prime example of the homeless vampire. A lot of hobos and bikers. Hobos, bikers, biddle stiffs, mushpunks. There's like a whole fucking Carl Panzram speech that I cannot remember. I wish I did.
Did you say biddle stiffs?
Something like that, yeah. Carl Panzram was a serial killer who operated on this time, and he basically knows like every form of hobo, and including like weird esoteric forms of hobo. It's kind of impressive if it wasn't for the fact that man killed like 100 people.
The bestiary of hobos.
Yeah. I'll have to find it later. But yeah, so he takes you to the alleyway, and as you guys kind of turn off the lights and you look in, you do realize that the body they were holding was just like a small, like old homeless woman that has just been drained and just flopped onto the side of the ground like a discarded candy wrapper.
Oh, so it's just a human corpse. That's fine.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. We just step over that. We've seen plenty of them.
Yep. So you step over that. I feel weird referring to them as that just some human corpse, considering corpses, I think, an audience.
Oh, yeah.
well, obviously, corpse is a special corpse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's a high-tier corpse. All right, so...
Triple S.
Yes, so you guys go in the alleyway. Yep, as I believe you all know, I am Henry the Tramp, but what brings you to my particular part of the city? I take it's for business and not pleasure.
Yeah, we heard you found something the other week. You found the prince.
Oh,
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Oh, that wasn't me. But,
wait, it wasn't you.
Oh no. Basically, what Victor said is that it was a Gangrel. They don't know which one yet. But this is like the gang. Like Gangrel are pretty secretive for the most part. So like having a Gangrel will help your search definitely. You also know that he's been eyeing Katsumi quite a bit.
Well, you want to take this conversation over then, Katsumi?
Bit? What?
Just get him to tell us about the other gangrels. See if we can.
Okay.
Flirt with the gross old hobo.
Should I probably roll something to help me with this, like maybe intimidation or persuasion?
Yep. Depending on whether you want to threaten the man or do you want to like sweet talk the old hobo.
Please don't threaten our only lead.
No, I'll probably sweet talk him. So let me do a manipulation, right?
Yeah, we could do a manipulation, persuasion would be, I think, the way to go.
Okay.
All right, pretty good. You guys have been going really well in these roles.
I'm telling you, it's that when we first start, we're gonna have all the luck, and then once we get into a situation where we need it, it's not gonna happen. And it's
combat is gonna suck.
So yeah, so at this point, you kind of explained to him the situation. You're looking for a Gangrel, about the prince's death, I imagine. And like something, he looks legitimately shocked when he hears that the prince has died. So you're kind of maybe getting the idea that maybe this hasn't fully become common knowledge yet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But he's like, oh, I see. Well, that's a shame. If I still had my tattered hobo hat, no, tramp hat, sorry, there's a difference. There's a difference. Tramps only work when they have to. Hobos travel for work. There's hobo lore. Oh, the hobo lore, I could tell. But he seemed like a nice enough feller. I haven't met him myself. I mean, of course, I don't. When I rolled into town, I didn't even really want to be part of this Camarilla bullshit, but they were fairly nice to me. Gave me some clothes, gave me a couple of small people to eat. You know how it be. So, but if you're, I don't know the particular gangrel you're looking for based on those details, but we do have a gather that's coming up. Something real big's about to happen. And if you want to find all the gangrels in this city, we're going to want to come over to Lincoln Park. Probably tonight would be great, actually.
Oh, we're going to have a gangrel party. I don't know what's worse.
Yeah.
A mouth party or a gangrel one.
Yeah.
Oh, why can't we go to a Ventru party?
Yeah. I will say, if you do a... If you ask... Do you want to ask him for details, or do you just want to silently roll like occult intelligence to see what you know about how gangrels gather?
No, I'll let Katsumi keep going in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I'll probably do another. Can I do another roll for persuasion then to see if he'll tell us anything?
Oh, he's on friendly terms. You don't need to roll again.
Oh, okay. So why don't you tell me, how do these gangrels actually gather? I would love to know more. I've been trying to meet more so I can become a little more friendlier with you guys.
If you're looking for friendship, miss, the gather's not the best to do it. See, whenever us gangrel like to stick to ourselves, like to ride the rails, just like to hunt in peace, you know. Once all this city grew up from the beautiful wilds of Chicago, there's not really much place for us left here in this cold, dead, human-made world. But when we gather is when the old traditions come to the forefront. When we fight to establish dominance, where we see who's strong and fit to lead us. And word around the street is that a new gangrel and their crew have come over to our fair city. And they're mean sons of bitches.
How mean do you think they are?
Supposedly their leader wishes to challenge the Primogen in a fight to the death. I don't know if they're going to go through with it or not. But you'd be a damn fool of a gangrel not to be there tonight. Normally they wouldn't let outsiders in, but like I said, I owe the Camarilla some favors that I wouldn't mind cashing out right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got some space for a dirty old tramp like me in your car, I can take you to where you gotta go. Maybe you can find a gangrel you're looking for there. I don't know too many gangrels in the city who can fly, but I'm sure if you keep your peepers peeled, you can find something.
Well, I think we can trust you enough. Right, boys?
It's the only lead we got.
But my car.
And just clean
Just
it.
put your coat down.
And you can just clean it.
Just have your boys do it. Alright,
Yeah, alright, fine.
Alright, boys,
Yeah,
wipe,
you don't have to be so prissy about it.
wipe the hobo grease off the back of your car.
Make grease.
We are putting a coat or a towel down or something, so
Oh, yeah.
it's a pain to clean.
He looks at like, oh, one of them Ventru, I see. Hold on, I got some spare cloth. He like takes the blanket that the old homeless lady was like wrapped in. He's like, I'll just sit on this, don't you worry.
It's covered in blood.
I was snickering this whole fucking time, if anything.
Yeah, Pete's just gonna silently fume about it.
Pete mine.
Keep mine.
All right.
Hey, Henry, is there anything we should know going in there? Any rituals or ways we have to be polite so we don't piss everybody off?
Keep your head down, don't cause any shit, and if things get south, prepare to run.
Prepare to run. that sounds about right.
All right, so you guys all pile into the Pete Mobile, hobo blanket wrapped over your seat to preserve freshness. And then Henry the Tramp guides you to drive to Lincoln Park, probably I think the biggest park in Chicago at this time, situated right by the Great Lake.
I almost thought for a second there you said the band Linkin Park.
No, there'll definitely be lots of crawling in my skin tonight, but the wounds might heal depending if you guys are lucky. All right, so we will drive to there. Also, it's funny, so I was looking at the different Chicago parks when I was picking this out, and I found there's one called like Bogan Park. I was like, I think that's a different meaning for some people, so I'm not going to use that one.
Hey, I'm from there.
Yeah. So you guys drive to Lincoln Park, and at this time of the night, like, so even you guys are pretty like, you guys are more or less all city vampires, right? You guys have all had the comforts of civilization. Once you kind of get this far out, though, this is when like the lights kind of stop happening and it gets real dark, like to the point where like it's almost kind of hard for you guys to see. Henry will step out of your car and then like notice, even though blanket mostly covered things up, there's still like a little trail of hobo grease on the door handle.
Why is Pete's stuff always like covered in gross shit once a session?
I'm looking for.
You just can't have nice things.
It's fun. I have to make him squirm in some way. His men are too pure to stain. It's just his like Miss Lady.
I need to like invest in cleaning product.
So, assuming he survives in the year 2021, Pete McVenture will be the one who pioneers Clorox wipes. After spending 100 years of dirt sadness. All right. So you guys all get out of the car, and then Henry will lead you all kind of into the woods. And like the way he seems to be walking, it's like he knows where he's going, but it's not on any trail. Like there's trails through this park. He's like, you guys take maybe a couple, like maybe a minute or two onto like one of the regular trails. He's like, this is where we go deep, and just kind of just walks into the forest. Just gets swallowed by the darkness. You guys follow?
Swallowed by the darkness.
All right.
Yeah.
So you guys keep going and going and going, and it's hard to get a sense of like the direction you're going at this point, unless actually, give me a wits plus survival for everyone. I just want to see.
Okay.
This would kind of give you an indication of like, can you follow along the trail like as you're kind of being led through it. Imagine it's probably not gonna be fantastic for a lot of you. All right, we got one for Rex. Not bad.
Oh, I'm trying to find my survival. Oh god.
It's like bottom left. There we go.
Yeah, I got it. Wits and
Survival.
don't think it's like big. Yeah.
Did any of us invest in survival?
I do. No, we're city vampires. What do we need with survival?
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, so that's fine. You guys. So Katsumi, you're a student of the city. You do the big things, and you hope to be a star. Getting lost in the woods is a very easy thing for you to do. Like it is. You have no idea what's happening.
Teacher, who is she? Don't know her name.
Pete and Rex both have some idea where they're at. Rex is actually more rational. It's like, I'm a detective. I can kind of identify like a couple of rocks and trees and stuff. And then Pete is awesome. Since that's a hunger success, this isn't like a crit or anything. This isn't bad, but it's like that's almost entirely like I don't know anything about where we're going, but the beast inside of me has a vague escape plan. So that's kind of what's going on. Yeah.
So we're keeping track of this for our escape. I see.
Maybe. Who knows?
I mean, if things go south, I just plan to set the whole place on fire and run.
That's a problem, though, is that like vampires are irrationally terrified of fire. If you set the place on fire, you will also panic. It won't be great.
Well, I think that won't really make much of a difference because we'll be running for our lives
Yeah,
anyway.
we'll be panicking anyway.
Yeah, but I mean that might be like fight or flight levels of panic. I mean, like, or like just like freeze. So anyway. So what happens? You guys make it to sort of like an opening. Oh, I'm not gonna make you guys fight werewolves. That's mean. To give you guys an example, in World of Darkness lore, a vampire is pretty strong. A werewolf is almost too strong for a whole party by itself.
Jesus.
Ooh.
They are serious. Because the thing is, like, most vampires are like, I'm pretty good at combat. A werewolf would be like, I turn into a wolf and I become a god at combat. I don't even think Rex could survive, even with his beautiful rules. Maybe Rex would survive. I don't think anyone else would.
So it'd be even tougher than that thing we fought last time.
Magnitudes tougher.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, it would kill us considering how hard it was last time.
Oh yeah. So you guys enter a part of Lincoln Park that, like, it seems like the trees have been purposely cleared away. Like they've been kind of not necessarily like cut down, but like they've been pushed down into like almost like a little campground area. Like luckily during this time of in this era, flybys over the city of Chicago aren't terribly common, at least in this part of the park. So there's just like a big circular opening where you can just see the moonlight staring down at all of you. In the middle of them is a ring of vampires you recognize as vampires. And they kind of are split into two factions. One of them, this seems to be the most numerous ones, and ones you guys sort of might recognize as just like being vampires on the street. Just like a bunch of like homeless looking vampires with scavenged clothes, rags. Some of them just have like simple worker uniforms. But there's also like a few other ones that are just wearing just like almost what you consider like medieval peasant garb. Just like undecorated brown robes with a belt around the waist. Very out of place. And they're all standing around two figures in the center. One of them is a dirty man with long, ragged hair that goes down to his waist and sort of a feral look in his eyes. All of his fingertips are clawed and he has full-on canine teeth, even when he's not like using protein. He is the Gangrel Primogen who goes by Watchdog. You recognize him. Across from him is a strange woman, probably mid-40s, very plain, pleasant, like peasant clothing. That's hard. Very plain peasant clothing as well. The thing that really sticks out for her, though, is she has some sort of like metal spike driven through her right eye, and it does not seem to bother her. And that's what you can make out. That's what you can make out at the distance. They're kind of just pacing in the center of the circle. You guys are far enough away that you can't necessarily hear anything. And then Peach is like, Henry's like, well, looks like they might be going for it. I didn't think tonight would be the night, but I know she doesn't. She moves fast. How do you all wish to kind of interact with this situation?
Well, I don't think we should interrupt the party, but let's just take a look around quietly. See if we can spot anyone we might need to speak to.
All right. So you guys all wish to do that? Do you wish to split off and do different things? You got some options.
I want to ask the other party members if they would like to take a bet on the outcome of the fight.
Oh!
Oh god.
Any takers?
Yes.
I don't partake in bets.
I don't know, Katsumi. You're the proud owner of 2 nickels. Are you ready to experience the joys of gambling?
No! Katsumi's not even old enough to gamble technically, so wait, what was the age to gamble in this time period?
You act like they
Don't
gave a
worry
shit.
about that. Don't worry about that. I'll experience the joys of gambling, Katsumi.
From gambling with you, though?
What's wrong with gambling?
Do I even have to point it out?
He's your good friend, Pete.
Alright.
Well, we may be good friends, but you know, I seen the sneaky
wait.
little tricks that you pull whenever we gamble. I seen you. I've seen it all.
All right, well, I decided to ask the audience who will win as well, so I'll keep their responses secret.
Oh, that's perfect then. I actually want to see what y'all think.
Ooh, all right.
Oh, was I not supposed to vote on that?
That's fine. All right, we got 1 for the Gangrel Primogen, 3 for Spike Lady.
Anyway, if Rex is a taker, then who you betting on?
Well, I'll put a little down on the Spike Lady. She seems spicy.
Oh, excellent. I'll take that.
Rex doesn't have much money anyway, so we'll see.
We'll see how it goes.
Chance to double your money.
Ooh, yeah.
I'll bet you a nice bottle or something.
Oh, no, excellent. Now it's really interesting.
Oh.
Rex would definitely have a few bottles or something.
Oh, I do.
Ooh, there you go.
This is risky now.
Yeah, because like drunk is Rex's favorite flavor. So if you can get some of the good stuff.
Yeah, my collection. Oh no.
Oh no. All right.
Oh.
So you guys are gonna watch from the side and gamble, and then you said you did want to act, just like kind of like look around through some of the different. Do you, like how close to the circle? I guess do you want to get? Is probably the big thing I'm asking right now.
Well, I suppose it probably wouldn't matter that much because they're Gangrel and they have a good sense of smell, so they know we're there already.
Oh, probably a safe bet. You guys weren't necessarily stealthy either.
Yeah, and we're not stealthy people at all.
No,
Last time we tried stealth, it went pretty badly.
Not at all.
Oh no, yeah, no, we can't stealth. Pete's gonna get right up to the edge of the circle.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well enjoy the party.
It's an event.
So like when Pete steps up, because also Pete big boy.
Mm.
So when you do that, the Spike Lady looks at you and like now that you kind of get close, if you notice that like her eye spike is particularly like engraved. Like this is the engravings are enough to make you nervous and you don't necessarily know why. Like they don't seem like they were vampiric in nature though. I'm just gonna say this seems like maybe like probably a botched hunting attempt that just couldn't stick. And then she looks at Pete. She's like, "You there? Are you a representative of the Camarilla?"
Ooh, should I say? I probably should say.
But what if it causes trouble?
Then I'll start punching. It'll be fine.
That's a very Pete thing to say. So
That is a very
let's
thing
do
to
it.
say. I'm just annoyed by it.
Yes, that's correct.
All right. She kind of giggles to herself like, good. You hear that, dog? This will be official then. I'm taking your pack tonight. And then the Primogen of the Gangrel just snarls and just kind of like scratches at the ground. And like as he scratches at the ground, his body starts to like twist and morph as he's activating his protein discipline, becoming like a more lupine creature. And she's like, "Oh, you don't want to do this the mortal way then? So be it." And like she also begins to shift as well, but instead of taking on the form of a wolf, she begins to twist and contort her body into the shape of a massive stag beetle. The spikes still embedded where the creature's eyes would have been, and then they begin to tangle, clawing at the shell of the Malgor. Hello. Clawing at the shell of the great beetle. The Gangrel Primogen just twists his claws in deep gashes as the insect parts rip and tear. She thrashes hideously as she kind of just grabs onto him with her massive pincers and just slams him into the ground over and over and over as he claws back. He eventually tries to take his arms and pry her away. Just tries and tries, but the grip strength is too strong. He's right there where she wants him to be, in the strongest part of a stag beetle. And then with one final crunch, she cuts him in 2 pieces, and then with another further snip, decapitates him.
Jeez.
As she then shifts back into her human air quote form, she grabs onto his head and throws it at Pete. Now the camera will know that all the Gangrel in the city belong to Sabat now.
Do I
Yeah.
need to roll to catch it?
No. I would rather not have you fumble it like an idiot during this
Yeah.
dramatic moment.
Yeah.
Pete's a cool cucumber. He's got it. At this point, so what is worse is that at this point she goes to pick up the lifeless corpse of the Gangrel Primogen and begins to drink from it. Now, something that you know as vampires is the concept of diablerie, the one sin of vampire kind that is not taken lightly. When a vampire drinks all of a vampire's blood, they consume their essence and effectively destroy its soul and consume its power. And at this moment, some of the other gangrels tries to go and stop her, but then her sort of posse gets in the way. And all the weaker gangrel begin to scatter. They are panicking. They are freaking out. All of you guys give me wits, like, perception checks.
Yeah, I kind of want to get the fuck out of there too.
Yeah, this is not good. The Sabat have the Gangrel.
Actually, let's see. It's wits and I'm trying to see if there's like a sight awareness. Give me a wits and awareness.
Oh no.
I got decent awareness, so
I got... Oh.
All right, don't worry, Mal's got you covered. Oh god, that's a hunger crit for Katsumi though.
Oh Jesus! In the worst possible time.
All right.
Oh.
So what happens during this time? I think the best way to say it. So Pete is just kind of like in shock because he's got the head of a Primogen in his hands.
I'm staring into the head of the Primogen, like the eyes of the Primogen.
Yeah.
Rex, you notice something of particular note. Most of the Gangrel, when they escape, they do kind of seem to take animal forms because they're generally faster. One of them, sort of a older woman, takes the shape of a pigeon and flies away back towards sort of like mainland, sort of like the rest of the city. And you kind of see the building she's going to, which happens to be the Chicago Temple building. Katsumi, you panic. The beast is like, oh god, I don't want to die, and you run off into the woods at full tilt, like no control. You're like, I don't want to be here anymore. Oh god, I don't want to get eaten. I don't want to get eaten by the cool spike lady. I don't want to. And you just kind of vanish into the trees.
See ya.
Oh man.
The other party members, if you act quick, you might be able to catch up with her. If not, it's gonna be very hard to track down where she's at.
All right. Well, since I seem to have my head screwed on the most, I grab Pete and shake him for a second, and I say, like, you know, we gotta go catch her, and we're gonna get the hell out of here, Pete. This is getting bad real fast. Do we have to roll anything to catch up with her?
Let's give me another awareness check, and we'll say intelligence, because at this point it's not like from the gut. It's like, I have a clear purpose. I need to get. We know what she's doing. You recognize that she's freaking out. Like, Katsumi is definitely like full on beast panic mode.
Is it okay if I leave this to Rex, because I don't have anything in awareness.
That's fair. What you can do, you can give him an extra die, effectively, if you have Rex do the roll and you just sort of aid him.
Mm.
All right, that's good. That's good. You also got a hunger. Did you also get a hunger crit?
I did.
Oh no!
Oh, that's insane! Running around the woods at night with a Sabat-owned fucking gangrels.
So I'm just
Guys,
Malkavian hunger crit.
So I'm gonna say what happens in this cavalcade of fuck ups because this is beautiful. Oh, the sweet revenge for all the good rolls you guys got. Oh, I'm drinking it in.
I told you this was gonna happen.
It's happened the last time at the worst possible time, and now it's happening this time at the worst possible time.
It's the sweetest vitae. It's so good. So what happens is, once again, Rex, you're running through the woods, chasing after Katsumi, who is communicating almost entirely in shrieks at this point. Pete is right behind you, and then you start to just kind of disassociate again as you're remembering a chase sequence where a bank robber was trying to like run away with a hostage, and at some point you just realize that like you kind of just forget that Pete's there. Like, you're so locked in your fantasy that now, Pete, you're just kind of... You get abandoned in the woods with the Primogen's head as
I feel like it would be out of character for Pete, but I really want him to just look at the head of the Primogen and just go, well, I guess it's just you and me now.
That's pretty Pete. Especially in that situation.
All right, so Pete, when you do that, the head actually goes.
Yeah, you're telling me.
No, isn't it actually tried to speak?
Yeah, I know.
Oh fuck!
Like,
is there a specific way I should respond to a head attempting to speak?
Oof, let me see. That's a good way to talk to a head. This would be entirely which is like reading his speech. I'm gonna say, give me a charisma awareness. Like, this is just like putting your pure talking strength forward.
You do understand that I'm going to get a hugger crit now because this is just.
God, I hope so.
Punt the head.
All right. Charisma awareness. Roll.
You have no fucking idea.
No,
Not you're aware that it's trying to speak. Also, it's very strange that it should, like, a vampire that's decapitated should be alive, but your guess is that since this is a Primogen and a clan that uses protein, aka very strong, like, morphing discipline, he might be holding on to life as strongly as possible. You don't know how much longer he's got to go. But you're aware that, like, at least for the moment, the Gangrel Primogen's head is still somewhat alive. And while you're contemplating this, eventually, Rex, you come up to Katsumi, who is just, like, at this point, just stopped running and is just kind of just, like, panic clutching a tree full force. And at this point, you can resume playing your character, Nyaru.
Hungry!
So what does Rex think is even happening at the moment?
That's a good question.
Is he here? Like, is Rex here, or is he somewhere else?
Rex, you've caught up to Katsumi. It's Pete who's now alone in the woods, but that's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. Oh god, how would I act this out? Probably need some assistance with this, because, be real.
Yeah. If you explain kind of what you're trying to do, or like what you're like kind of going for, we can help out with that.
I guess I'm just like, since you mentioned I'm hugging a tree, I'm more than likely just trying to like distract myself from these hunger crits, pains.
Yeah, because a lot of that is the hunger crit is sort of like your beast breaking through, and your beast basically just saw that lady just tore up a dude. I don't want to die. Like, this is the first time I think, like, not even fighting the Schlacha, have you felt this level of like, oh yeah, I could legitimately like die my final death. Like, this is I'm getting in deep as in, like, you're a baby fresh vampire more or less.
Yeah.
This is a lot to kind of like swallow at this point in time. So
yeah, I guess I would just be like going beast mode and panicking at the same time, and it's just not fun because I don't know what I'm feeling, and I just wish I had mom here. That's all I want.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Aria is just like in some sort of just like
some
cavalcade of boners, no idea that anything is wrong is happening. I want to take the glasses of Sock Puppet Yoro. I want you guys to like look into her beady eyes and like. Cactus. The demon of dicks herself. All right. Anyway. So at this point, Rex, you catch up, and like Katsumi seems to be calming down at the very least.
Am I calming down?
You've kind of come to, and you realize like, oh hey, there's Katsumi. Where's Pete?
Hey, Katsumi, you okay over there? You calm down a bit?
I just really want my mom right now.
Oh.
It's all right, Katsumi. We'll get out of here in a minute, and we'll go find her. Hey, you seen Pete? He was right behind me before, but I lost him.
Then what I'm gonna say happens is just so you guys don't keep making rolls, and also just because like to kind of add some emphasis to all these crit fails. You guys do eventually find Pete, but I'm gonna say you guys waste just like a solid hour of just like Marco Poloing through the parks of Chicago.
No. Jesus Christ!
I think that's a good way to wrap up both of those hunger crits in a row. So yeah,
about damn time.
Where were you, Pete? You were right behind me.
The expression that Pete makes is of just pure distaste, and I don't want to deal with it right now.
Oh, that's enough screwing around, everyone. Let's get the hell out of here.
Also, now that you two are close, Katsumi and Rex, you can see that the Primogen's head still seems to be moving. Like the mouth is like... You guys can do the similar, I think it was like awareness plus charisma to see if you can understand what it's saying.
Awareness plus charisma. Any modifiers?
No.
Awareness.
Oh, you're kidding me!
Oh my god!
We're at real insanity hours now, I think.
Another hunger crit from Rex.
I'm actually I'm just gonna bump your hunger up by 1, just because, like, at this point, I think you've gone the whole gauntlet of emotions. At this point, you're just drained, really. Like, so just increase your hunger to 1. But between the two of you, you guys can kind of tell the Primogen seems to be alive, and it's just like is wordlessly mouthing "need blood."
I could have told you that. We gotta throw him in a hobo or something.
Let's should we give him blood here, guys, or should we take him back to the bar and see if we can fix him up there?
You could give him some of your own blood as well. That is an option. Though what will happen if you do that, you will increase your own hunger, but you do have the chance of inducing a blood bond within the Primogen, which is basically means they're kind of like supernaturally friendly towards you.
That sounds something very useful to have.
Yeah, that sounds very useful.
It could go wrong, but Pete'll feed his blood to the Primogen head.
Prissy Pete? Really?
All right. So
he can get dirty when it's important.
I will also say,
just not the car. It doesn't matter to him. The car.
Yeah. He can be fixed. The car is I don't know. So no. So also, if anyone wants to do a occult intelligence, I can tell you. It's also Snake is also saying it's almost kind of like vampire marriage too. So you're a very lucky man, Pete.
Ooh.
You're marrying King Hobo. All right. So what happens if you're doing it like this? That's cool. All right. So based on your conjecture, Rex. So as usual, vampires when they get decapitated, usually instant death. The fact that like he is a master of protein, which is like the metamorph shapeshifting discipline, means that he is just kind of burning through any bit of blood in his face to kind of keep himself like. If you look down at the bottom of the head, there's no wound anymore. He sealed it shut. He might as well just be like a shrunken head. Also, Mingo, hello. How's it going, bird friend? We're talking about decapitated heads. Thanks for joining us.
Mango, love you.
So when Pete gives him some of his blood, and Echo's there too. Nice. So when Pete gives him some of his blood, so Pete, increase your hunger level by 1, but you have the Primogen seems to be stable. It still can't speak necessarily, and at this point, it's not. It's basically in a weird state of close to death, and what Rex kind of figures is, as long as you can keep pumping it with blood, you can probably keep him on effectively headless life support until you figure out what to do with his body situation.
Excellent.
Should we go and get the body?
The body's drained though, and we who know, like we would be going back to where the woman who killed the body is.
Yeah. We kind of need an army to go and back and get that body.
Yeah. Especially because it's bad news. Like, effectively, the Sabbat have just like usurped the Gangrel of the city now. Oh, Detective Crow, hello. Thank you for the raid, yo.
Welcome.
The coterie just realized some shit is going down. With heads. Oh, and Big Dango, thank you for. I'm getting multi-rated. Very nice. Welcome, raiders.
Wow, welcome.
Yeah, we are. The party has just picked the decapitated head of one of the vampire, effectively lords in the area, and kind of just feeding it blood. So so you have that, and basically from the reason I had you roll the awareness checks earlier is how you guys. Oh yeah, we got Squiddy. Squiddy's also rating, and Raziki's rating.
Jesus.
Oh yeah. Oh,
it's
Ziggy, I love you.
Oh, it's because
I love you so much.
Oh, they were all playing golf with friends. Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I got you. Hopefully it was fun. I've been around here. Let me go for everyone who's rating. Hello. I am doing Vampire the Masquerade tonight with all these wonderful people. And yeah, we're about to go sort of like part 2 of tonight's session. So you guys picked a good spot to sort of step in.
Mm-hmm.
So when... Is that the last raid? Do we have more coming?
I don't know.
Is there
Maybe? Nani? Seems good. We are all varying degrees of mad. That sounds like Golf with Friends. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
All right. So to get back into the flow of the session, with Rex's and Pete's awareness checks earlier, you guys do eventually make it back to your car. You do notice that Henry the Tramp is gone, but you kind of have a feeling he might have went into hiding. This might not be good. But you guys basically spend a lot of time getting lost in the woods of Chicago. That's sort of like the result of some of these poor rolls. But you get back to your car, and there's enough time for you to sort of pull back into Pete's suites, into the back door to kind of figure out what to do next. At this point, it's pretty late in the evening. We have a head of a Primogen. What do you wish to contact a Camarilla? What do you want to do with the head? The head's a big deal.
I mean, there is one item on the agenda that is obviously, I don't think it even needs to be said. It's the most important. We need to take care of that first. My car needs to be cleaned.
Oh yeah, boys are already on it. They're wiping up that hobo grease. Ooh, next time, Breadless redeemed an extra D10, so next time you guys make a roll, just say if you wish to claim that free D10, and it'll be yours.
Oh, I'm
nice.
that.
Should we
do that?
To do the car?
Oh, the car. Your boys are going to take care of the car. Don't you worry about that. they know how much you love your car, Pete.
Excellent.
I think that's another second thing on the agenda is I'm hungry. I still haven't eaten.
Yeah, actually, I have 3 hunger.
I've got 2.
Yeah, you guys are very hungry.
We need to deal with his head, though, for real. Because we don't want him dying on us, because that would be very bad.
Mm-hmm.
We don't
so I think we should call the the collector, maybe, since she's our boss.
I mean, boss is a bit of a stretch. We're more like
she pays us.
contractors.
Well, we can call someone else if you like.
Well, the question is, does the contractor really have the best interests of the previous Gangrel Primogen at heart?
That's a good point, but
She might just smoke him.
So, what do we want from the head? Do we really need to keep him alive?
That is a fair point. I mean, I would considering I've already donated some of my blood, I would like to keep him alive.
You have a vested interest at this point, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
It would be useful to have a powerful vampire on our side.
You do also notice, Pete, after you gave him the blood, like, the head doesn't seem to emote very well, but you can kind of get, like, a feeling of, like, kinship with it now, from the head's perspective, not necessarily yours.
I'm vampire married to a floating head.
You're allowed to have as much vampire feelings as you want, but you feel like the head is like, I'm a little bit more okay with this situation. Maybe it's supernaturally induced. Ew, indeed.
Well, I suppose what we really have is a gift for whichever vampire we ask to help, because then Primogen will owe them as well. So who do we want to give this gift to, is the question.
Yeah, besides the collector, you got some other options as well. Like, for instance, Pete, you know that, like, the two Venture lieutenants are looking to effectively start, like, having a war with each other to become Primogen.
Those two. No, I don't want to get involved. I don't want to have to pick a side in that just yet, because once you're on one side, that's it.
Yep, you do know that is 100% accurate. You can leave it on Aria's bed to really fuck with her.
Yeah, I mean, if the kiddo's okay with it.
She wasn't there with me when I freaked the fuck out. I don't even know what the fuck that still was. Yeah, I want payback for mom not being there.
Don't worry, Mango. The head can only make weird, like, breathless screeches, so it's fine. Oh god, that's the eerie noise. Never mind, I'm sorry.
Maybe she'll even give it a fucking... Oh wait, no, she doesn't have a dick. Just kidding.
Yeah, bye!
It's a strap on, it's fine!
Oh, I hate it.
Uh-huh.
Nade. Alright, so yeah, so collector is an option. We basically said no to the Ventrus, so that's also a good choice. You could give it to another vampire you trust. You know, Victor works for the Tremere. You could probably give him the head.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking maybe we could toss it Victor's way.
And they would be useful for helping us fight the Sambra. La Sambra, because they're all magically inclined. That being said, though, if we do give it to one of the Ventru, the fox or the bull, we would effectively have some very strong favors to call in.
You say that, but keep in mind that they're currently in. We can only curry favor with one, and they're gonna butt heads. So it might be that we are acquiring favors from not only from, like, even if they win, they're going to be tied up in that for a while. So we might not be able to, to cash out our chips.
Weird idea. You could sell it.
Sell the head. That is a good point.
Dollar bills.
I mean, I guess, yeah, we are effectively selling it now for a favor.
But you could sell it for cash money. Think of how many dirty gumballs you could get at Katsumi with that kind of lucre.
Everything's a transaction.
I think probably the most responsible thing would be to give it to Victor.
What?
You know what we're going to?
As a party gift?
As a party gift.
Yo.
Joking.
I'm not giving that.
Now, the Malkavians do some weird shit, but I know they haven't had a Primogen head before.
Now, what you do know about the Oracle is she does collect a lot of things from all over the globe. She's like, in addition to being big on, like, hallucinogens, she also has, like, she's one of those people that, like, likes to have a lot of shit from all over the globe. And yeah, it's very hard to find Primogen heads.
Especially one that's still alive.
Blood to that head. I have given blood to that head, and you want to give it to a bunch of Malkavians.
It's a sign of peace. It'll work out in the end.
I would really like to give it to the Malkavians.
Oh, yeah.
I think that would be
Well,
fantastic.
oh gee, I wonder why the Malkavian would like to give this to the Malkavians. You know what? That might actually, that might be good though. We might, yeah. Let's go with that.
All right, all right. Do you wish to gift wrap the head? You do. You do in a candy store. You definitely have wrapped boxes.
Yes.
Yes, I think that would be nice. It's for presentation purposes, and we're just trying to be nice. So I think the more thought we put into it, the better things will be off.
Yeah, I'll tell the boys to bring some wrapping paper around to the and one of the boxes round to the back office.
All right, they will.
Should we should we put it in like a cask and then put some blood in there so I can drink it overnight? Because the party's like for another. We have to sleep before the party, don't we?
Yep. You have a feeling this thing needs to consume at least one thing of vitae a day, like one hunger worth of one suck, or else it's going to eventually deteriorate into nothing.
Yeah. So let's well, we don't have any blood on hand, so could I just feed it in the morning after I wake up?
You could, yeah. Could be your little like chia pet, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that, and then after I feed it, when I wake up at night, I'll we can box it up. Heads don't get to have name. Yeah, he does have a name. The name is I don't know, Hetty. Pet name.
Its previous name was Watchdog, but it's not like it's in really the position to fight back a new name. So.
Yeah, no,
and it likes you too. So
yeah, it's Fido now.
God, this is so fucked up. I love it.
If we need something special to take care of it, I mean, we've got I think between us, we've got a few contacts we could call. But yeah. I don't think we
I would say at this point, it's very risky to get contacts involved, considering you have the head of a Primogen.
We keep this between only us. No one else can find out about it. I'll feed it in the morning, and then we'll take it to the party.
God. The context of this is so bananas that if I told you guys, if we took this information back in time 30 minutes, you guys would be like, this is fucking insane.
Oh my god. Giving the fucking Primogen head as a party gift to a bunch of Malkavians.
It's really gonna get us in good, honestly.
Oh, yeah, this can't end well, but god damn it, I need to see it happen.
All right. So we have it's time. I imagine you guys want to feed though, because you are very close to death. You're very fucked up.
Yoro's going to come back and she's going to be like, "What the fuck have you guys done?"
And
we can squarely say it is your fault, Yoro, for leaving us alone.
That is something I did want to breach. Is the idea of like. I could do the Malkavian party tonight, or we could cut the session a little early to see if we want to get Yoro involved in that next time. I can do either way. What do you guys think? I want to take your opinions into account.
I would prefer to wait because it seems like the party is going to be something big.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely a big part of the story, and I would definitely want to see Aria's takes on everything that has just happened today.
I want Yoro to see. I want Yoro to see Fido the head.
All right, cool.
Oh, and she won't know. She won't. We won't tell her what the present is as payback for leaving Katsumi alone. And then
yes. Yeah, we'll have her carry it and present it with the box.
Oh god, yeah. All right, so that you hear that? No rats, everyone. Don't tell Yoro. Don't tell Yoro.
Yeah, don't.
We are swearing you guys to secrecy.
Please.
So since we're all in agreement on that, which is good. I was also feeling similar sentiments, but also as the GM, I'm supposed to be relatively impartial. Also, I think my smooth jazz kicked out. Let me get that. Let me get that back. YouTube. Here we go. Definitely not playing the same royalty-free jazz mix every single time we do this. All right. So what we are going to do is, I mean, she's probably gonna watch the VOD anyway. Don't worry about it too much. But So it is feeding time for you are all very hungry lads and lasses, and I think Nyaru in particular wanted to sample a fine madame tonight.
Because Mom's not here to tell me otherwise. And you know what? I'm gonna do a little bit of a silent treatment with her. I think next session because she was left alone, and I was very scared. I'm just gonna be a fucking brat about it.
Ooh, very nice, very nice.
But yes, I will go sample probably just someone from the bar, probably, just to keep it simple.
All right, let's say do this. Give me a manipulation plus performance, I think, because like people at the bar would respond, I think, better to you singing. You can tell that people are a little like upset that you're there and you're not singing. Like they're like, "Oh, I was hoping you'd sing tonight," but if only they knew the double life you lived. Cheesy.
Oh god.
Hunger success on feeding?
Oh damn. Okay. So here's what happens.
This is gonna be messy.
You find a. Ooh, I know. So Katsumi, you were a student at one point, right? What do you imagine your like schooling was like?
Wait, why? Can you repeat that?
Like you were a student, right? Like, what do you imagine sort of like what was your school sort of like that situation?
Very artsy. It's like surrounded by a lot of like aspiring artists in different fields. More, they can range from like actual like painting artists to entertainment artists. So just like a typical performance arts art school.
All right. So what happens when you're just kind of just looking through the people? You actually recognize a classmate of yours. In particular, a sort of shy, mousy girl, thick glasses, kind of. Also, Jack from England. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. You're about to see something real fun.
Welcome.
So yeah, you see this mousy girl. She's sort of just nervously drinking a drink. You never really took her as like a party girl back when you were in school, but you kind of recognize her a little bit. She was like your underclassman, right?
Yeah.
And like so when you come, you kind of just like saunter over to her, like, "Oh, I recognize you," and like she seems pretty enamored actually. She's like, "Oh, Katsumi, I didn't think I'd see you again. Oh, we were so, because like you're not taking classes anymore. You're like, I was so worried when you dropped out of school. Think I'd meet you somewhere like this." And she's just kind of like fidgeting on like a whiskey glass. Definitely like liquids coming out the top. And you can tell she is like compelled by your successes.
Well, things just started working out in a different direction, and you know, when life gives you lemons, you just gotta take what you gotta get. That didn't even make sense. What the fuck? But
she's smiling from detention anyway. It doesn't. It's like you could tell she looked up to you.
It's my ditziness. It just adds to the charm. Okay. But yes. It's so nice to see you. Why don't you tell me how have you been? And I just like start like how do you say, like, I guess like touching her hand like very softly, like trying to show I'm like very, very interested, and you know just making like subtle advances without it being like too noticeable, I guess.
I mean, yeah, as soon as you touch her hand, like spaghetti like full force launches from all of her pockets. But she kind of explains it's like there was like a couple of students at your place of learning that were very much missed when you disappeared, because like they're like, "Oh, she had so much potential. I wonder why she dropped out." Like there is some rumors you got mixed up in a shady crowd and maybe that's why you vanished. But this unnamed mousy girl is like, "Oh, I always knew I'd see you again. I'm so happy, and I always looked up to you." And then like as you're kind of talking, you kind of feel like the beast within you is starting to take over a bit.
Oh no.
And like the gentle hand grab kind of turns into like a firm tug, and your words get a little sweeter and more honeyed, and she gets a little blushy. And then like, "You know what? Mom's not home. Let's go somewhere a bit more private." and you lead her back, and then on. Normally you have your own little bed, your own little cot, but like you said, mom's not home. You have access to her king-sized mattress, of course. Very nice, very luxurious, and you just kind of spend some time talking and being sweet, and then you drain that poor girl to death on Aria's bed.
No, what the fuck?
Oh.
I'm so pissed.
Oh.
I think afterwards I would actually be acting like how I am now. Like I just wake up. I'm like, holy fuck. Aria's fucking pissed at me. She's gonna kick me out. I'm just gonna start panicking again.
Don't even care about the girl you just killed. Yeah, like mother like butter.
I need like a little comedic, like what do you call one of those music scenes where the montage. I used to do like a funny ass montage now. Me just trying to get rid of the fucking body and cleaning up everything very fucking fast before mother comes home.
Oh no, you're gonna. She's gonna have a fun time. Let me see. There is a thing about keeping track of humanity. So we're gonna introduce the concept of stains because this is something that Katsumi wouldn't think is cool. So you do get a stain on your humanity track.
Stain on humanity. Where do I go put that?
I'm trying to see. It's like where it says like your you have your humanity stat on the bottom right.
At the bottom right.
Humanity. Yeah, I see it.
All right, so you click one of those, and actually you don't even need to necessarily do it. So what happens is, so at the end of the session, since this is basically close, we're going to see, I keep going small because I'm looking at the book. We're going to see how much this affects Katsumi as a whole and her grip on humanity. So what you do, you roll a number of dice equal to the unmarked, unfilled dots on the humanity track. So you have two extra little dots, so roll me 2d10. We'll see what happens.
2... how do I do that?
You can just be, you can be like /2d10. You could be like /. Oh no, there's actually a remorse button. Hit the let me see. I have an idea. So I click that in and just click the remorse button. Do
once.
Yep.
Put in a 1 for the input. Okay.
Yeah. So you should be good. All right, cool. That's good. That's good. So what happened when you rolled the remorse? That means that like your humanity totally hasn't degraded yet. You're still. You feel sorry for your actions. It's basically saying if you failed this roll, you would become less human, more callous, more beast than man. But you're still like, oh, I didn't want this to happen. This is bad. This is a bad result. So we will deal with the consequences of that next session. I'm sure Aria's gonna be thrilled.
Oh, I already feel I feel her anger already. She's not even here, but I can feel just her utter disappointment and rage. I'm just gonna be sitting there like a little sad puppy dog, like begging for forgiveness.
Oh.
All right. So Carmine. Also, something I should mention that the chat has given you guys extra D10s. I forgot about it.
I'm gonna.
I should use that. Damn it!
I will say you guys have 2. I'm probably gonna make it say that you guys can each only claim 1 yourself. So that way Mal will get an extra D10 when he does his stalk and roll.
Gotcha. So what do I roll for?
Depends. How are you looking to pick up some prey tonight? What you feeling like?
I might. I don't know if it was being around so many Gangrel, but I kind of want some fresh air for the hunt. I kind of want to find somebody lured and like just somebody walking around at night and lure them into an alley, like I'm mugging them and drain them a bit.
Give me a streetwise charisma. Let's do this. All
right, now I'm going to claim one of those dice. So
when it says add modifier, just add 1 to it.
Yep. Add 1. Please work.
Oh my god!
No, guys, don't worry. It's not a crit. It's not a crit, so it's fine.
Sorry, I actually looked at the wrong one. I saw the reactions, and I was looking at Nyaru's, and I was oh no.
So I'm gonna say what happened for this is, so as a purveyor of fine debtors, you know generally where these kinds of people like to hang, people who owe money, and one of them is there's like a little bar where like a lot of gambling goes on nearby. It's pretty out of the way. When I say bar, it's more like let's see, how do they disguise it? They probably just like disguise it as like a place to I think it's just some dude's house. It's just some dude's house. There we go. It's a lot of illegal gambling and stuff goes on there. Luckily it's a small enough business that like the cops really don't get involved yet. And you do notice like a guy kind of come out pissed, drunk, sad, lost a lot of money. And then he just goes to take a piss in the alleyway.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shove him up against the wall, sink my teeth in.
Yeah. So I will say something, you notice as you drink in, this guy, not particularly full of blood at the moment. You kind of got the feeling that maybe someone else might have stricken him earlier, since you kind of rolled So
I got somebody's 40 seconds?
Yep. So the option is you can remove 1 hunger point safely, or we could pull it up to chance with a chance of you killing the guy if the roll is particularly bad.
Oh, can I just say that can I make a suggestion that because Carmine got such a bad roll before, he also gets some pee on him?
Yeah, sure. A little bit of piss. Actually, wait. Oh, Vel, Pete's got an indirect kiss from a random vamp.
Can I give Carmine my extra die?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go for the safe one. You use yours. You'll need it.
Oh, because my hunting's usually pretty safe anyway, because I just get mine from a supplier, really. So I'm not expecting much to go wrong, and my hunting's lower anyway.
I mean, just in case. I don't want to even risk killing this guy. I've already killed my last meal, so
give me a stamina brawl, because the brawl is to like hold him in place and take your sip, and your stamina is just to physically tell your body don't drain him dry, and you can add any extra dice you want.
Okay, I won't add any extra dice, but I will roll brawl with stamina and submit.
Cool. All right, so what happens? You manage to drink enough that like he passes out. This guy's life is critically bad, but you didn't kill him. People, if they found him, would be like, oh, he just got drunk and passed out in an alleyway, and like his blood alcohol content must be through the roof.
Fantastic.
So you recover. Remember, at minimum, everyone has to have at least 1 hunger at all times, but you've brought yourself back to like a good balance level.
So how many points do I take off? I'm at 3 at the moment.
Lower yourself down to, you have 1 hunger now. So this is good.
Excellent. Back at the minute.
Oh yeah, do I lower myself down too?
Oh yeah. Oh, you definitely do.
You drained her dry, of course.
You killed her.
Oof.
Every time you mention it, my humanity just goes down, please.
The suck was too powerful for that poor art student.
Poor girl.
All
We
right.
remember her nameless, mousy glasses student.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm very glad that Rex has forgotten that I owe him a bottle of my finest.
Considering the situation, yeah, that's fair.
A lot happened.
Yeah.
All right.
I remember right at the end of the campaign, you owe me a drink.
Ooh, that'd be perfect if you save it just for that, like the last session. Ooh, so good. All right, Rex. How are you going to get the big sip?
Same way as last time. I will contact my my vampire contact, who I believe you said he works at a
Kino indeed. Yep, you have a vampire contact who basically like has some ghouls that work at a hospital. So that would be.
we'll
let me see.
I'll give him a call.
So that'd just be charisma, persuasion, and then a extra die for your contact.
Charisma, Persuasion. Hang on, where's persuasion? And then 1 extra die. Should I throw the other one on now?
Yeah,
Since we've got it.
This would be a good time to do it, actually.
So that's modifiers 2.
All right, cool. So you get a hold of your contact, the vampire that I still have not named yet or given a lot of info. He does. I'm going to say he sends out his medical ghoul to reach you when you kind of dial him up. At this point, I'd imagine you're probably back at your haven, so you're kind of safe. Everything's warded. You know when he's coming through. And the ghoul will present you a mason jar filled with blood with like a thin layer of whiskey poured over the top. Guy's like, hey, I came
the way I like it.
Came from my boss, but listen, Rex. The things at work, they're starting to get a little suspicious about all the missing blood, so you're gonna might have to hunt a little bit on your own next time.
All right. Thanks for the warning.
Yeah. It's like, oh, nice office, by the way. What case you working on today? I imagine like you don't necessarily know this ghoul too well, but like the fact that he works for your contact, you can assume that he's relatively friendly. Let's give it. What name do we want to give him? Let's name this ghoul. I feel like a Dennis for some reason.
Dennis,
the hospital ghoul. Flungo. I'll make that his last name. He has a real unfortunate. He's from a long Flungo line. He goes by Dennis F more often than not.
Dennis F.
All right. So yeah, Dennis. Everyone's calling out the long Flungo. So yeah, Dennis is just kind of looking. He's still wearing his like medical scrubs, and from what you know from your contact, the ghoul got named before the contact did. This guy was a medical student that like got so stressed out from like working at a hospital that like was looking for like alternate medications to kind of keep him going. And at this point, Vitae, like vampire blood, that's the ticket he needs to do his job well. So that's why he's been doing this. Yeah, but he's looking around. He's just kind of like, you can tell he's enjoying the break a little bit. He's like, "Oh, you're a detective, huh? I got a lot of detective things in here." You can tell he has no idea what goes down in the detective office at all. Not at all. Medical field is his bit of knowledge.
Yeah, Dennis, you know much about Sabat?
That's like a kind of croquet bat, right?
Yeah. How about ghosts? You know anything about ghosts?
Oh, I don't mess with ghosts. My family's. When I was little, I thought like my house is haunted. Knocked around some toys, and it turns out that was just my big brother messing with me, throwing toys at my bed when I slept. I don't know if ghosts are real or not, but I'm still thinking about that. Sometimes when something hits me in the middle of the night, I kind of go back to that. I never really took you as a believer of ghosts, though. You seem like a very rational sort of guy, vampire guy. Do vampires believe in ghosts? Is that a thing? Are ghosts real? You have to tell
Dennis,
me if ghosts are real,
nuts,
right?
You start seeing some crazy things. Rationality tends to go out the window.
Oh God! Don't tell me ghosts are real. Oh no!
Don't tell him ghosts are real. It'd be nice.
Maybe that was it. Maybe that was my brother protect. Maybe I gotta go. I gotta go see. I have to check into some things. But yeah. We'll let you know next time we got the suspicion for the missing blood has died down a bit. You enjoy your evening, Rex. Oh God, ghosts are real. I gotta go.
I am not sorry. He just told me I need to find a new supplier, so that's on him.
Yeah. So he always out. You have enough blood to safely drink your way back to one hunger.
Oh, that's mean.
I mean, you're vampires. Like it's not like.
Yeah, but like most of the like typical people we interact with, like it doesn't. I wouldn't mind putting them through a brick wall, but Flungo seems nice.
Good old
Rex is just kind of grumpy. Now he has to do extra work. He doesn't like doing extra work.
It'd be like that sometimes.
We'll set you up with somebody at the bar or something.
Oh yeah. All right. So with that, I believe we are done. We will be done for the evening. We're going to be ending a little bit early, just because we want Yoro to experience the joy that is A, the consequences of the session, and B, a Malkavian drug party. I think that'd be fun. So now what we're going to do is I am looking to raid someone. Actually, before we do that, we'll go ahead and just wrap up for people who didn't know. Go ahead, starting from Mal. We'll go right to left this time. Everyone, reintroduce yourselves. We had some people come in. See if you have a plans coming up. Let the nice people know.
Hey, my name's Rex. I'm a Malkavian detective, and I'm played by Mal. Mal the dog. He's a magic dog, and he doesn't have a lot going on these days, but he streams a couple of times a week, and go check him out on Twitter and Twitch.
I'm Pete. I'm played by Carmine Phlegathon, and he's a cursed being who's certainly not a Chunibyo or anything. And he also streams on Twitch. You can check him out there.
Yeah, all right. It is me, Halbernacht. I am an elf. I am not a cursed being. I'm full of joy and happiness. Yeah. But I paint rats, and I think tomorrow my plan, assuming I can get the model prepped in time, is I want to paint a vermin lord, aka the biggest rat that I will possibly own. I'm very excited. Ooh. So that'll be fun. And Nyaru.
Hi, I'm Katsumi. I played by Nyaru. Thank you all for coming. I'm gonna be playing games all next week, so if you want to see me play different video games, I mean, feel free to go for it. And I also have a karaoke. But I also may be taking the weekend off next weekend, so may not be streaming on the weekends. No collabs, no nothing like that. Just want to let y'all know now. But I'll be releasing my schedule later on today and telling you more in depth on why I am taking a small break. Just to go, because I want to go to the mountains. Okay, I just want to go. I want to go hiking, but for like a couple of days.
Honestly,
I've been itching to do that recently. So
I'm gonna go to a Gangrel party.
Oh, a Gangrel party, yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
Gangrel mountain party in the mountains. I promise I won't lost my Katsumi because I actually know my way.
Yeah. Plus, you stream so often, so you probably need a break. Honestly, like you deserve it.
Thank you. But yeah, and I'll be releasing my schedule. And same thing with Yoro. She's a little sick today, but she'll be releasing her stuff, letting y'all know how she's doing. And looks like I got ready for Leon and Alice going.
Yeah. We're gonna rate Leon and Alice. Yeah. They're playing RimWorld, which sounds like fun. That game's always a blast. So we have a free raid message and a sub raid message. Thank you all for coming, and I appreciate all being here. So bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Farewell.
Oh, Corpse, thank you. Bye.
Oh, thank you, Corpse.
Awesome. Before we go, I need to screen cap that and keep it safe forever.
I love everyone here.
Oh wait! They just raided. They just ended. All right. Back up.
No.
Okay, it's okay.
Hold on.
All right. We have some other options. Nice save. All right, we got.
Yeah, thank you.
Ooh.
I see Mocha streaming under "Don't tell when I'm streaming," so I don't think I'm gonna raid it.
You can't even tell them that she's streaming here. Like that's against the law.
Oh, we got Pumpino. Pumpino's on. They're doing art. All right. We're gonna raid Pumpino. All right. Thank you for the save, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we're gonna raid Pumpino. Yay!
I'm with feeling.
Pumpino.
God,
let's fucking go.
That was so close. Thank you.
Let's go.
Thank you, Ray.
Let's go.
I know, die. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
I didn't die.